low grade content. Not that it differs from my usual content. There we go. I have a hair on my keyboard and that bugs me, but all of the other little tiny hairs don't bug me fucking at all. Today, I bought an entire Domino's pizza and ate most of it. And I'm gonna go get another soda. You people have no idea how much I edit this shit out. How much of this shit I just fucking just whip into the trash can. So much of it. 4 or 5 years ago, I didn't have any money. I had zero money. I worked a little shitty job washing dishes. I don't know if anybody has the general experience of washing dishes, but it's really bad. Everybody in the whole fucking restaurant treats you like a piece of shit. Like everybody. And because you're the lowest of low. Like, even the busboys get tips. Which I actually didn't know at the time, because at the time I worked at a place where there wasn't any busboys. The waitresses just got all the tips because the waitresses clean the tables. So since the waitresses clean the tables, they got to keep everything. They got to keep all the tips. So good for them. Good for them. I'm glad that they got to keep the tips. They deserve it. Whatever. I didn't get anything. Worked for minimum wage at that point, which is fine. It's chill. That's what I was there for. I was like fucking 15, 14, something like that, and washing the dishes. Since I didn't get a tip and the waitresses did, and they didn't give a fuck about me. They didn't give a fuck about the dishwasher at all. Didn't care. Fuck it. Just throw whatever into the little... So it was like table, sink with a giant hose with like a big old sprayer at the end that came from like the fucking ceiling. And you'd spray the stuff off, put it in the little rack, and then push it into the dishwasher. And the dishwasher wasn't like one of those dishwashers where you put it in and you wait like an hour. It was like an industrial dishwasher. So what happened was it had like 2 sliding doors that closed on either side, and it had like these industrial grade grates that you'd put in there. Slam the sides down, and then it would just destroy anything that's in between, like hot water too. So the other thing was, I'd always burn my hands. I'm kind of a pussy. Like, I can't drink like coffee, like fresh coffee. Like, everybody just pours the cup of coffee like in the TV shows, and they go like right away. And that's crazy to me. You can't just do that. You can't just get your coffee and sip it. That's not how it works. That's not how hot things work for me. I have to wait for them to cool down to like literally 5 degrees above room temperature level. So anyway, when I first got there, for like the first 2 or 3 days I worked there, I couldn't put my hands under the hot water. And because it was way too hot, it would scald my hands. Like, since there was nothing in, like everything that was on the plate was garbage when they brought it in. Like, I'm talking, like, it wasn't even bust, man. Like, there was a little trash can right next to when they brought it in. So when they brought it in, they'd knock off the plate, and they'd clean off all the french fries and ketchup and whatever, like half the burger that the dude... That's another thing that I don't understand. Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent, but I get distracted easily. Another thing that I don't understand is how you can order a burger and pay for it and only eat half the burger. It's crazy how many people actually do that. Whenever I get a burger, I either eat all my fries first and then the burger, and then I take half the burger home if I don't eat it. Or I eat my burger first and then all my fries second, and then everybody else's fries that they didn't finish on the table, because fries are freaking amazing. And nonetheless, so burn my hand story. I don't even remember where we were going with this whole thing. 3rd or 4th day working there, it was a Saturday, which obviously on Saturdays restaurants get way more busy than they do on Monday through Friday. So here it comes. Like, I'm used to like not burning my hands. You'd grab the dish, you'd knock it off in the little trash can, which the waitresses kind of did, but they just left fucking fries on there and shit. Like, if they didn't come off immediately, they're like, oh, I got more shit to do, your job's not that important anyway, you're probably gonna quit in a week. So what I did was I got it and I cleaned it off, put it in the bucket, and it was a little trash bag or trash bucket or whatever. So you put it in there and you just go back and forth really, really fucking fast. So like, you'd hit it on both sides of the trash can, because if you hit it on both sides of the trash can, it's going to double your magnitude in which you get shit off the plate. Here, just pretend that this is the side of the plate. So I take the plate and I hold it like this, and then I take the sprayer, which we can visualize with this pen, and I'd spray it right here. Let's get multiple angles on this shit, okay? So I spray it just like this, and it would go and wash all the shit off the plate. I wouldn't get my hands burnt, it was fine, and then I'd put it in the little rack, organize all of it, and then send it through the dishwasher, close the doors on the side, and just and then about 2 minutes go by, like you'd know when it's done because it just stops spraying shit. And then yeah, you're all set, you're ready to go. Third or fourth day into this, we go into it. I go in there, and we're just slammed, absolutely slammed. I didn't have time anymore. Because what happened now was you didn't even have time to grab the plate. By the time that you washed the plates off that they already brought in, they already brought in like 4 times the amount of plates. So there's a problem. So what I did was I just quit dumping everything in the trash at all, and took the plate immediately and just sprayed it off, and then unfortunately, my hand was a casualty in the war that was dishwashing. It's a very dangerous sport. I wouldn't recommend trying it. Work at McDonald's. It's easier. My friends did it. Better. But nonetheless, it scalded my hands. And since I had scalded my hands, it was like my hands were literally burnt because this water was so fucking hot. And everybody else would be like, oh, Gavin, you're going too slow. Because my hands would literally hurt so bad. And then the cooks would come over and be like, yeah, you little bitch, motherfucker. And they just literally spray it around their hands and burn it. It's like, dude, you're making probably like what, $15 an hour to work here as a cook. You come over here and treat me making $8 an hour like I am dirt to you. It's like, dude, I get that you're almost making double the amount of money that I'm making, but it's like in the reality of things, you're not really making that much more money. And you're treating me like I am way lower on the totem pole than you are. I was making $8 an hour. So what I did was I started buying a bunch of other stuff. Like, I go to the Meijer. By the way, Meijer is like Walmart. A lot of people don't know what Meijer is. I'd go to Meijer, and at the very end of the end caps, there would be stuff on sale. And so basically it was shit that wouldn't sell after a while. Food that generally was closer to expiring. I didn't really buy any like food items, but I stuck to mainly like shit that I thought would sell. And it was crazy markdown. It was like 40%, 50%. So you could buy like stuff that usually sold for $20 for $10, or even like 70% or 80% off. Like that wasn't a rare thing to see. But the thing is it was shit that you were like, do I really need that? Because that's the shit that always went on sale, is the shit that people really don't need. Like if apples went on sale, everybody buy fucking apples because it's food, you know, whatever. Anyway, bought a bunch of that shit, sold a bunch of it on eBay. So that was the plan. Buy it for a discounted price and then sell it on eBay. Genius plan, I thought. Not really that genius of a plan in the end. It wasn't that great. It wasn't that great at all. What happened towards the end there is, what was I even saying? Like, I'd go and buy like $200 worth of stuff, and then I'd sell it, and always about half the stuff would sell. But I'd probably make about whatever, like double whatever I spent. So I'd made the $200 back, but I still have half this stuff. So like, if you look at it mathematically speaking, I spent $200, got $200 selling half the stuff, and now I just gained a bunch of stuff for free, kind of technically, right? That makes sense. I kept it on eBay and it never really sold, so I put it all in like boxes and put it in my closet. Now I moved away to college, so now I'm at a new house, my house. Fucking sweet, by the way. So if you have a chance to get your own house, do it, except make your dad pay for all of it and not yourself, because that's kind of nice. I have a bunch of just stuff now, like all the stuff that I made to sell or about to sell on eBay off the end caps, I still have, and it's random stuff. Like, just, you're like, why did you ever buy that? Greatest, like, I guess best example I can come up with is this. It is the box is beat up to hell, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's a soap tray for your shower chair. Now this on retail was $14.99 when I bought it, and I bought it for $1.99. Solid deal, right? Yeah, but here's the problem: you got to think about your target market. Target market is older people that need shower chairs, and they don't go on fucking eBay to buy their shower chair or soap trays. Look at this shit. Let me get it in the shot. I don't know why I grabbed both of these, but I have two of them. The component video cables. Kind of obsolete now because everybody just uses HDMI, but hey, they're on eBay if you want to go check them out. Was $16. plus $16, bought for $4.75. That's a deal. Chicago Bears winter hats. This is cool. It's awesome. Bought it for $4. You know, on the like anything NFL on eBay sells for a bunch. I still have these listed on eBay right now, but the guy that buys them will never know that it has been worn by Gavin. Wow, this is actually kind of nice. I might keep this. Makes me look like a peasant. Like I feel kind of peasanty. I feel like a farmer that I'm about to I feel like a farmer that's about to go to war. And then I kind of didn't think this was weird at the time, but I also have like 6 or 7 women's sweatshirts for like grown women. Like they don't sell very well, I'll tell you that. I have a bunch of like Samsung Galaxy S4, holy shit. Samsung Galaxy S4 cases. Those will never sell. It's like I can't throw it away. You know, I just can't. I gotta fucking find a way to make this look halfway decent. So it's like I can't throw this shit away. Because, you know, when you get all this stuff, it's like it's solid because you can make a profit off of it. And if you make I could sell it and get more money than I could. And if I sell it and get more money than I have now, then I could actually have money to spend on video games and important stuff like that, as you know. So, a bunch of women's sweatshirts and random shit in my room right now. I think that's the end of story time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. This was a good time. This was enjoyable. Subscribe.